So I'm just gonna play, watching my eyes away, watching my eyes away, watching my eyes away.
Stop! Will you tell these fools I'm not crazy? Make them listen to me before it's too late! Listen to me. Please listen. If you don't, if you won't, if you fail to understand, then the same incredible terror that's menacing me will strike at you!
Hey, Stella!
Welcome back, YouTube family. We are back in this lovely month of October, which happens to be my birthday month and one of my favorite holidays, which is Halloween. So happy Halloween to all you boys and ghouls. But guys, for this one, I am coming to you with a challenge that I was issued, but this is a two-part challenge that I figured I can combine into one. First, they want me to see if I could replicate Stella Rosa Black. Now, for Stella Rosa, they usually use a grape base with natural flavors, which up in one of my videos I told you guys about natural flavors and where they could potentially come from, but we're gonna leave that alone. And they was like, why don't you try that, because I really like Stella Rosa Black and it tastes really good, it's fantastic and everything like that. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I said let me go check out the Stella Rosa Black and see what's all the hype. Well, come to find out, I know why it's probably likable, because it has some of the best berries used for making wine up in this Stella Black, which is blackberries, which we have right here, blueberries, which we have right here, and raspberry. And when I did some of my research, I don't know for sure, but they claim that there are 7 varietal grapes that's used when making the Stella Rosa Black, or potentially the other ones too. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this, but that's what I wind up looking up. Now, another thing that kind of off-put me on this one, guys, was, man, y'all drinking Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah!
The equivalent a.b.v. up in Stella Rosa Black is 5%. Come on, man. That's almost the strength of a wine cooler or a little light beer. But, you know, we have some light drinkers out there, so, you know, I'm not going to hold it against you if you can't hold your liquor. So, anyways, we're going to leave that one alone. But also, on the split side of this, I also got a challenge. They got a great wine. I don't know how far it goes, but I know it's down south here, called 6 Grapes. And somebody told me, oh man, you need to try 6 Grapes. And there's a few people, it's like, man, that's a good wine or whatever. And I'm like, every time I think about some of these wines, I said, yeah, but they don't have real fruit. It's like natural flavor, artificial flavor that they putting up in these wines or whatever. And sometimes, like I said, you got the low ABV. some of my people that try my wines like a little punch, a little kick in their wine. So we want to try to mimic that one also. But the only thing that I'm going to do, since from what I read, it has some of the similar flavors as the Stella Rosa Black, is these dark cherries we have right here, which a lot of people say, or some of the reviews says that it have a taste of dark cherries or whatever up in it. So that's where we're at today, and I just wanted to bring this one to you guys for Halloween, because the title of our wine video will be They Clone Stella. Yeah, they clone Stella. So with that being said, we are using 1 pound of raspberries, 1 pound of dark sweet cherries, 1 pound of black raspberries, 1 pound of blueberries. We're using 3 pounds of muscadine grape, which is also a berry. If you guys didn't know, grapes are berries. That this is going to be used for our grape base, but I really wanted to get an upper hand on this Stella and 6 grapes wine. So I picked one of the best grapes that I know for making a nice wine, which is muscadine. So I told you guys up in my Instagram, if y'all checked it out, that I had plans for this one or whatever. Like I said, appreciate anybody that's up in the Instagram. You know, really appreciate if I have any more followers on that. But either which way, it's all good. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that I have something where you can go check out what I'm doing behind the scenes. And moving on, we are using 1.5 pounds of white sugar. Now I'm only using 1.5 pounds because I want to see how close to 1.090 I get after I add all our berries in this or whatever, because all the potential sugar that we have right here in front of us. And like I said, I want to see where I wind up at, so that's why. But anyway, 1 gallon of water. We will be using some citric acid for balancing, some peptic enzyme, yeast nutrient, and on the bag we are using what I believe 1 teaspoon of citric acid, 1/2 teaspoon of peptic enzyme, and 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient. And for our tannin, we will be using wine tannin for this one. And I have the bucket fermenter out here, and I always do this. I don't know sometimes what I want to use, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my 2-gallon glass fermenter that I have and do an open fermentation. And I believe I explained that to you once before, but all I'm gonna do if I use that is put a cloth on top of it and let air get into it to help get our fermentation going or whatever. But if you don't have anything like that, use the fermentation bucket, it's fine. And the usual suspects, the hydrometer, sitting back here with the glass cylinder, and we have our pitcher and our spoon for mixing, bowl just in case, and our pot that's sitting over there just in case we need it or whatever, and little tidbits or whatever. Now guys, once again, for this stuff, it's optional. You don't have to use it, so don't be with all the whining, crying, and screaming unless you're scared of using these things.
You were scared, huh? Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
But anyway, it's fine. All you have to do is substitute any of these. For example, for the tannin, we already discussed this. You can use black tea, strong black tea, which is fine. Yeast nutrient, you can use bread yeast, 1 teaspoon or whatever of dead bread yeast. Fleshman's, I believe that's the way it's pronounced. You can use that up in a baking aisle to use as yeast nutrient. Peppermint. Okay, so we added our water. So the next thing that we're going to do is allow this to come up to a boil. And when it gets to a boil, we're going to turn it down to medium heat and put it at a simmer. But we're going to go ahead and add our fruits into this while it's coming up to a boil, because we want to extract as much flavor as possible. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little parched. I apologize. A little parched there. But we're going to go ahead and add our fruits and our sugar. So, okay guys, actually right now this is boiling. You can't really tell, but I can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. I'm not sticking my hand over this stuff to lose my hand, burn my hand, or whatever. I don't want to do that for Halloween. So I'm gonna grab our sugar, the 1.5 pounds, and put up in there. the good thing about this also, guys, is by bringing this to a boil, we are killing any natural yeast that's on our berries, especially the muscadine, which tend to have wild yeast on it most of the time. So this helps with that process. Now, dang, my spoon is across the room. But anyway, what I'm going to wind up doing is stirring this up, letting this simmer for 20 minutes. So we're going to reduce our heat from that high ball to, like I said, a medium high heat, and let it simmer for 20 minutes. And then you guys are going to see me put some peptic enzyme up in this, and we're going to allow this to sit overnight. So this is it for this part, but I can't wait till this monster come into fruition. Yes. Okay guys, so our mixture of these lovely berries has been sitting. So they've been sitting overnight, have a very beautiful smell. Well, you can't see smell, but a lovely scent coming from this mixture. And as you can see, I didn't, well, you would have thought I added the peptic enzyme, but when you cook or, you know, simmer your fruit or whatever, put it in hot water and you let it sit, you see how the color has leached out? That's what we wanted, to get as much flavor out of this as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in this little hookup that we have here, where I have a bowl with another strainer, and we basically are going to strain these and eventually collect our juice to put up in our pitcher. See how much juice that we got out of our berries, and also check our reading to see how high our initial gravity is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll be right back once again. All right, step right up. We have come to the end of the video, guys. This is where I add the yeast, as you see, and we are just going to sprinkle that into there, and it basically will complete the video. And guys, as always, like I said, some of these wines just be smelling so good. But we come to the end. I'm gonna pop that top on a little bit, but I just want to discuss some stuff with you. So you guys didn't see me add the wine tannin up in my wine. Not saying for you guys wine. The reason why I didn't add the wine tannin, because I thought about two things. The muscadine grapes, like I said, since they grape tend to have a lot of wine yeast on the skin, but I mean, not wine yeast on the skin, tannin in the skin. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about something else, but tannin in the skin. So when I tasted this, it had a nice mouthfeel, and I'm trying to see if that's going to stay. But for the recipe, you guys can add I believe the half a teaspoon of wine tannin in this. But also like I said, I'm not trying to stay long, but I also just wanted to let you guys know is I'm making a Stella clone, but I'm improving on the fruits and everything. Like I said, I want something with a lot of flavor. I want something that when you taste it, it really captures you. So we increasing or intensifying the flavor with real fruits, no additives, artificial flavors, or preservatives. Sound like one of those old commercials back in the day. But anyway, I just want fresh real fruit up in this. And also I increased the ABV. Like I tell you, a lot of the people who like to try my wine appreciate that my wine have a strong kick behind it. So my ABV usually average around 13%. Stella Rose is actually 5% ABV. I discussed that at the beginning of the video. So like I said, I wanted this to be a little bit stronger. But anyways, allow this to ferment until it's complete. You might not see airlock bubbles or whatever, depending on the seal on your airlock, but you can check it after a week or two to make sure that it fermented out. And you can check out my other video as far as the racking. It tells you the next step of what to do and all that other good stuff. But anyways, I just want you guys to have a wonderful, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. You guys be safe out there on those streets if you're going to different houses and different things of that nature. But once again, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one.
They're here already!